I am amazed. I'm shocked. I am just floored that we have reached Matthew 24. I'm getting excited for the conclusion of this book, and I'm also excited that I'm in my boys' room behind this awesome. This could be my room though, because realistically, I picked this out. Like this, I wanted it. Me and my boys watch this together all the time. So anyway, we're supposed to be talking about the Bible. So, have you ever had those times in your life? You know, I've had plenty of them, especially from my wife. Those are the worst. Like, I've had plenty of those moments where she tells me something and I don't listen. And then when it comes around the way that she said it was going to be, and she says, I told you, I tried to tell you, I mentioned that. Or she'll just give me a look like, should have listened. And I do the same thing back to her. Let me just not make it sound like she's, I do the exact same thing. I feel like in life we do this a lot. We know what we should do. We know what we ought to do. God has revealed something to us, or the church, our pastor preached a sermon about what we're going through. We go home and then we don't follow the advice of the text of the scripture, and we interpret and try to figure it out, and we guess. And then it's almost like we look over our life and it's like, dang, he's always had my back. I mean, I feel like he's never left me or forsaken me. And he's like, I told you so. It's like, man, I didn't think that someone who failed most of their first 2 years of high school was going to graduate and go on to college. And God says, see, I told you so. Nothing is impossible with God. Jesus, in the middle of Matthew 24, he has this line that I just love. And he says in verse 25, see, I already told you. And what he's doing is he's prophesying in this chapter. He's talking about the future, and he's telling them, I'm telling you right now what is going to happen. If you're taking part in this reading that we're doing, and you've read through Matthew and you're now on chapter 24, I want to challenge you on Matthew 24, for the next 24 hours, do what he told you. Whether you've got decisions to make, you're trying to decide how to treat other people, if you know that you're supposed to be loving, if you know that you're supposed to forgive, try it. Just try it for 24 hours. Do what he said. And so 24 hours later, instead of God saying, see, I told you, he's just going to say, high five, good job. Just try it out. See what happens. So that God doesn't have to say that to you. I told you so. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Matthew 25.